Hey everybody, this is a quick video to show you how to get your data, your random events in Google Sheets put into your drawing in GeoGebra. Okay, so even though this is showing Google Sheets right now, we're actually going to go to GeoGebra and I'm going to very quickly just draw my project in speedy time. So if I click on plus and do GeoGebra Classic, and up it comes, and I am going to do a very simple drawing. I'm going to imagine that scenario where I have a backyard with a round swimming pool and a passing bird is going to drop a message somewhere, and I hope it doesn't go into my swimming pool. All right, so I'm looking, I'm going to imagine I have a pretty big backyard, so I'm going to shrink this down so I can see bigger numbers, and I'm going to only drag it down to show the first quadrant. I'm going to imagine my backyard goes from 0 to 40 and then over 40 and then diagonally, and then my pool is going to be in there somewhere. So you can draw this as I talked about in class by constructing. I will also allow you to use coordinates to make life a little bit easier. So if I go to the point tool and click on the origin, for instance, it'll snap to that point. And if I go up here to 40, 0 or 0, 40 rather, I click on that and it'll snap to it, but I'm getting the labels, and I hate labels. So you get rid of labels by going over and clicking on this, going down to settings, and then no new objects. Not all, but no new objects. And now I X out of that, and you will not have any more annoying labels. So if I go over here to 40, 40, I can click on that, and you can see the coordinates there. You could also just type in the coordinates just to show you. I can do comma, and I'm going to go over to 60, 40, 60, 40. Oops, nope, I mean 60, 0, 0. I know my coordinates. And now I've got my funny shaped backyard. If I go to this polygon tool, I can just click on the corners, and I just go around, and I'm going to make my backyard. There it is. You click on the place you started, and there's the backyard. All right. If I wanted to, I could drag these points around, and that is kind of bad, but I'll just drop it back to where I want it, and I know that the dimensions will be accurate, and I'll use those in my calculations. So as long as your coordinates for the vertices are on nice round points, life will be easy. Okay, well, let's pretend my lawn is green. So if I just double click on this, show object, I think, whoops, undo that. Here's the undo. I think if I right click on it, double click on it, oh my goodness, double click on this perimeter. No, I want to get that shade to show. I think maybe I just click on this. Oh yeah, so to show some of the visual aspects, all I need is this geometry view, and I can make my grass green. Okay, so you can go back and rewind and watch it over if you want to know how to do that. Now I'm going to draw my swimming pool. So let's put it somewhere in the backyard right there. I'm going to drag it out. Oops, that is not it. I'm going to go right there, and I'm going to drop it in the center of that and then drag it out. And hopefully that is good right there. And it looks like it's off a little bit. So if I pick a nice spot, it should jump to a coordinate, and I will get a nice handy number later. Okay, so there's my swimming pool. And again, if I click on the object and then go up here, I think I can dial it darker, and I'll say the swimming pool has got some blue water in it. All right, so there's my drawing. Now I want to put random bird droppings on this inside a simple rectangle, and then I'll only count the dots that land inside the green, and then I'll also very carefully count the ones that land in the swimming pool to figure out the probability. All right, so how do we do that? I go back to my Google Sheet, and I remember that my X dimension, my biggest X value is going to be as much as 60, but my biggest Y value, I only want to go up to 40. I don't need to go up to 60 and have a lot of wasted dots to skip over. So I'm going to go to the Google Sheet. This is going to be my X values. That can go up to 60. So I type in, write this down or listen carefully, I do equals, and then RAND, and you'll see that it makes it all caps, and I click on that. and I get the first half of the parentheses, I just do shift above 0 as the second half of the parentheses. And if I hit enter now, I'll get a random number. But that number is only between 0 and 1, and I want my random numbers, remember, to go between 0 and 60. So now I do this trick. So again, write this down, pay attention. If I click on that cell, I now see my magic formula up above. So I go up there and I do times, that's above 8, times, and then I do 60. And now that's going to multiply it by 60. And then I hit enter, and there now my numbers will be up to, but not over 60. And now if I drag the corner down, if I mouse over there with my cursor, that corner turns into a little crosshairs, and I can drag it down and I get 10 numbers between 0 and 60. There's 14, there's less than 1, there's 47, 50, and so on. Now if I click on this and drag it over, I'll get my Y values. Oops, I made it too far. I'm going to go back, get rid of that one, go here, and if I drag this down, I'll now get more. Whoops, I'm not going to do that yet because I don't want to go up to 60, do I? I want to go only to 40. So by clicking on this cell, do you see the 60 up there? If I go back and then delete the 6 and put in the 4, now I can hit enter, and I've got numbers up to 40, and it's so clever. It's suggesting autofill, and I'm like, heck yeah, let's fill that up. Now I've got my random numbers. These go up to 60, those go up to 40. Every time I do something, it'll change and give me new numbers. That's okay, don't let that freak you out. Now you're going to actually go up to about 100, but you're just practicing this skill for your homework, so we'll do it for real in class. Click on the top corner, hold the shift down, click on the bottom corner. Notice my first number is 48.7. I then copy it. Okay, now I go back to GeoGebra, and then I click on these top 3 lines here in the upper right, and I want to go down to View, and I click on View, and then I want to click on Spreadsheet, and then I get that spreadsheet there. Now I can drag this back a little bit, and I only need 2 columns. And if I click on the first column and then do a 2-finger right click on the column, I can paste my numbers in, and there they are. All right. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click in column C, and I'm going to do my own sort of equals. This is like programming. I'm going to program this to make it into a point. So I do equals, left parentheses, and then I click, I click back on column A. Click back on column A. Whoops, where does, that's funny. I want to just move that over. Where did it go? I'm going to go back. There we go. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to paste that again, and then I'm going to click here, and like I said, equals, parentheses, and then I click on A. I hit comma, and I click on B, and I'm good. That's going to create a point. If I hit enter, that's a point. I can do the same trick here. I can go over till it turns into a cross, and then drag it. Whoa, it does not like that. Okay, go down, and then there are all the points. Notice they're graphed, notice they're all selected, but if I just click off, there are my random points. So it looks like none have hit the swimming pool, and 2 have landed outside my backyard. But I can now use those points to work out my geometric and my theoretical probability. All right, there we go. That's a good start.